John, I was yelling at my screen at one point, going, "No, just do it, pick it up."
Fabulous.
It was an emotional journey for me.
The crowd support was phenomenal. I mean, everybody was so supportive. I met a bunch of people who have Parkinson's in their family, who could totally relate to what I'm going through. But the crowd was phenomenal.
Now, I understand that there were some challenges with the filming of It's Just Parkinson's, because it was taking place during COVID and there was travel restrictions. And I guess the two questions I have is, one, how did you and John meet and decide that this was a movie and a story that you needed to tell? And then what were the challenges that you had in actually bringing that story to life?
It definitely was happenstance. Honestly, we both became friends on Instagram and got to talking, and Diane said she was a film producer, and we just started talking about maybe doing something about my story. She became very adamant that there was a story to tell, and I was unsure that there was a story to tell. So I told her, I said, if you can stitch together a story, go for it.
It took probably a year and a half to convince John that there was actually a story, and Julian helping convince John there's a story. And I think maybe you believed it the first time you saw the rough cut.
Right, when I saw the rough cut, I believed there was a story. So
what I loved about this film was the duality of it. There was the weight that you're carrying emotionally and mentally kind of mirrored in the weight that you carry very physically throughout the film. Was there once you were convinced that there was a story to be told, what did you want the audience to feel or take away from this? And did you learn something through that whole process that you hadn't expected?
I think what I wanted the audience to take away was, you never give up, you never surrender, you keep fighting until the very last day that you can fight. And I wanted that message to come through. I thought that was very important for people to understand that no matter what they're battling, no matter what they're facing, they need to step up and work hard to try to defeat it. And that was my goal, was to have that message come through.
Did you realize that you were elevating people just by doing what you were doing?
No, I did not. Not until we got into making the film. I just was doing my thing. I was battling Parkinson's. I was just doing my thing, and it was very humbling actually to have people say that I motivated them, that I inspired them to take on these big challenges that they have in their life. So I was very surprised and humbled by it.
Julian, once the filming had completed and footage was given to you to edit it and put it together, was it easy to tell the story once you had all the footage?
When I watched John's raw, unedited interviews and just listening to him tell his story, I knew there was a story. And like you said, it really is a story of empowerment. And I knew it was going to be that. The thing that did surprise me is I really didn't see it turning into a sort of a quasi-sport film, because it's sort of in the third act, where John is challenging himself and throwing himself into a competition. And I think that allowed itself, like you pointed out, that the weight of what he's dealing with is becoming quite visually the weight that he is taking on himself to prove something to him, win or lose. And that's what John has to say in the film, that no matter what, win or lose, that he's not going to stop. And I think that's what makes the story so damn inspiring and appealing to people who watch it and walk away and say, hey, I don't know anybody with Parkinson's, but this really tells me that maybe I have things in my life I should face and try to get through, because if John can do it, certainly everybody else can.
I definitely took that away. And I think that one of the strengths of the film, John, was your ability to be so open and just present, sharing your story. It's a very brave thing to do.
We really wanted to show that. We did not want to have some superhuman doing everything perfect, Superman. No one would be able to relate to that. No one would be able to take that into their heart. When I'm a human being, I'm flawed like everybody else, and I think they could relate to my failures. When I didn't make those weights, people could relate to that, and then they could see me come back and lift the next weight, and they could relate to that, and they could be motivated by that. So
the audience is so much wider than just those with Parkinson's. But certainly, you know, like Julian had mentioned, I mean, it's so inspiring for anyone going through adversity and how to overcome that and how to use a mindset that John is now calling IJP. It's just Parkinson's. You just have to get on with it and keep going. And John has cultivated this huge community on his Instagram page at It's Just Parkinson's. And he's got t-shirts with the logo, and people are just grabbing onto this mindset because they need it, you know, especially now. They need something to help propel them forward, to give them hope, to help them through their own struggles. And it's really, really catching on, and it's incredible to see. Because of John's example, they feel inspired to try harder and to just keep moving forward. John, plug for the website.
Sure. The website is www.itsjustparkinsons.com. I won't stop fighting. I will not. It's just Parkinson's. It's, you know, that's my mantra.